Hi, welcome to the game between the women's basketball team of Centralia College basketball and the Tacoma Community College basketball team here today. So we're here at Wheeler Court in Michael Smith Gymnasium. And just a little overview of the records of the two teams we're seeing today. Centralia's overall record is 9-8, and in league they're 3-0. Tacoma Community College, their record is 4-12, and their league record is 1-2. Tacoma's currently coming off their win from their last game, so they have a one-win streak. And Centralia actually hasn't lost a game in January, so they've won their last three here. And so that is exciting to see. And Tacoma is having some struggles on the away courts. When they're playing a true away game, not at a neutral location, they actually haven't won a game this season. So that's something that Tacoma is going to try and break today and come away with a win in this one. All right, and now we're going to go down to Jerry Owens as he will lead us in the flex loop.
Hey, good afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our latest game. We welcome the Lady Titans of Tacoma and our host, Lady Blazers. Thank you for standing and join with us as we honor our great nation with our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Once again, welcome, and we'd like to introduce our starting lineup. And for the Tacoma Lady Titans, a freshman, number 4, Chandria Brown. And number 12, Princess Magadia. 13, Jaslyn Owens. Number 24, Avery Campbell. And number 50, Sophia Wicker. And the rest of the Titans head coach, Mr. Kevin Strozer, and assistant, Mr. Jay Pake. And the starting lineup for your Lady Blazers. At guard, a 5'9" freshman of Colfax, number 10, Piper Kai. A 5'9" freshman of Lacey, number 12, Caitlin Yenny. From Yelm, a 5'9" sophomore, 15, Jamie Connolly. A 5'9" sophomore of Adna, number 23, Isabella Elwood. And from Olympia, a 5'8" freshman, 32, Lindsay Nurmi. And the Lady Blazers, Mr. Caleb Sales, Joe Milton, Kay Adams, and Lauren Fisher, the coaches.
All right, thank you for that, Jerry. All right, and as we're looking at the tip-off here, something that Tacoma really needs to do here is take advantage of Campbell, who is actually a league leader right now in points per game with 16.1 and three-point percentage of 33.8. So they're going to have to try and shut down Campbell. Campbell today is number 24, so that's something to watch out for during this game. All right, here comes the tip-off. All right, there's a little bit of a tie there, but it ends up that Yenny gets the ball, gets it to Nurmi. And Centralia sets up for their first set of the night. They're trying to get it inside as they're going to 3-round 2, which just means they have 3 people on the three-point line and 2 people switching between the high post and the short corner. They want to go high-low, so when Piper Kai gets the ball in the high post, she's going to try and get it to the short corner. That was a nice 3 by Nurmi there.
Lady Trailblazers are second overall in their conference for three-point attempts.
All right, that was Owens with the ball, and now we have Magadia. Back to Campbell. Campbell is the one to keep your eye on for the Tacoma girls team here. That was a nice cross by the post there, but couldn't quite get your hands on it by Brown. And here comes Nurmi up before trying to push that tempo. To Yenny to Conley. Conley is up there with her three-point shots as well. That's where she likes, that's her bread and butter. Yenny gets it poked away, goes all the way across to Nurmi. Nurmi looking inside, gets it to Kai in the short corner. Kai is always comfortable, small in size, but plays really, really well in the post. All right, and that goes down to Elwood. Elwood back up to Nurmi. There's 3 seconds left on the shot clock. And they can't quite get that second chance for Centralia as Brown brings it up the court, kicks it ahead to Campbell. And Campbell is looking to get things going here. The score is 3-0. Campbell looking inside. It looks like Centralia's, the Tacoma is running a similar offensive style to Centralia with the posts inside, trying to work inside out. All right, Nurmi's trying to see if she can take it all the way herself, and she can't quite finish. It's Owens to Campbell. Campbell bringing it up the court, guarded by Yenny. As we've talked about in the past, Yenny's a very aggressive defender, so you really have to be careful there at the top with Yenny. She has some quick hands.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Zach. She'll even push sometimes outside of the key, almost up to half court.
And it's always fun to see the players get aggressive here.
Yeah.
Not quite that aggressive for Conley, but
yeah,
aggressive in the legal way.
Of course. Uh-oh, and we have our first foul of the evening. It's going to be on number 15.
This is Wicker shooting her first of 2.
And it'll be Connolly for Centralia who gives the foul.
And that was off to the left. It didn't look like she got enough mustard in her legs there, so it fell short and to the left.
Yep.
Tacoma does have 2 girls back ready to play defense so that way Centralia can't get a quick break right out of the rebound. But ends up they get the offensive rebound, but can't quite finish and doesn't draw a foul. So Kai takes up the court, kicks it across to Nurmi. Nurmi looks back to Conley. Conley's looking inside. Called for a screen, but Kai didn't really understand. Yenny to corner inside to Kai. As we said, comfortable in the post, but she does do a double dribble.
That's one you don't see called too often.
Yeah, not at this level. She must have just gotten pretty excited about the opportunity she had.
Yeah, she was being at least triple covered there, so.
All right, Brown tries to go high-low. Doesn't quite get it.
Nobody there to receive that pass.
But that was exactly what we were talking about earlier for Centralia is trying to do. Get that ball to the high post and then feed it to the short corner so they get a nice, easy lane. All right, that's Nurmi, who goes across to Yenny. Yenny decides she wants her own 3. Doesn't quite get it, and the rebound by Wicker. And now Campbell has it on the left wing, letting the posts get set up. Campbell looks inside, decides he doesn't like what she sees. Kicks it across to Owens. Owens back to Campbell. Down inside to Wicker. Wicker takes it up through traffic. Doesn't finish. Nurmi looks it up to Kai. Kai loses control of it. Gets a hold of it, though. Now Nurmi's looking inside, trying to get something early, but they can't quite get that fast transition that they're trying to do here. All right, Kai has it in the left baseline. Back out to the wing, back to the top of the key. Now inside to Elwood. And Owen sniffs out that pass to Nurmi, decides that she's going to make an effort for it.
They're doing a pretty good job of keeping them outside of the paint on this one.
And Conley inbounds it to Kai in the left corner. Kai drives it baseline. Tries to do a little up pass to Elwood, but ends up getting tipped. Now Campbell, with some nice handles, ends up getting fouled on that jump shot. That's going to be on Yenny.
Well, that's that highly aggressive defense we talked about. Sometimes it goes a little over.
But that does pay off for Yenny more often than not.
I would agree with that. I don't think their coach is going to tell her to calm down anytime soon.
And nice bounce in there for that one.
Now this is their best shooter on Tacoma, Campbell. However, they already did miss their first 2 free points.
Indeed. It is something to note right now that Owens is the only one in there to get this rebound while they have the other 3 back. Maybe an issue with transition defense is something that Tacoma is worried about and is willing to sit their 3 back there and not go for that offensive rebound just to make sure they're ready and don't give up any easy transition buckets.
And they do go back to a very organized defense.
All right, Nurmi's got the top, left to Kai. Kai looks inside, kicks it back out to Nurmi. Inside out is the kind of shot you always want to take, and it pays off.
And, yep.
All All right, Magadia is bringing it up as there is Yenny at half court, as we were talking about earlier. Sometimes extending that aggressive defense all the way up to picking him up at half court.
That one came all the way over to the statistician on the side of the court.
All right, Owens throws it into Magadia. Magadia left to Campbell in the wing. Back to Owens at the top. And Nurmi steals that one from Brown and then draws a foul on Magadia.
Some good ball handling.
And Elwood takes a trip to the bench as Wilkerson comes in the game.
Yeah, our first substitution.
Actually, the second. The first one was Christian coming in.
Oh, that's
Kai hits that three. Kai has been a surprise player this season, really emerging as quite an athlete for Centralia's team this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also notable at this point, all of Centralia's points have been three-pointers thus far.
That's true. I didn't realize that.
That is definitely their bread and butter. Can be dangerous, like we've discussed before, but they do not let up on those long shots.
Christian's got in the left baseline, back up top to Nurmi. Nurmi to Yenny, and there's another three, and it knocks it down.
That's 4 in a row.
I mean, if it works, why not?
Why not?
You just got to be careful because you can go too far.
They can, and Tacoma comes into this game with a 4-12 record. They're also not doing too well away at 0-6.
That was a good rebound by Wilkerson. Gets it to Kai in the left corner, back out to Nurmi, and another three. Tacoma is glad that one did not go in because that just would have been a backbreaker, morale-wise.
Yeah.
And Yenny comes up as Talapu comes in. And Brown goes to the bench as number 30, Kawaka comes in. Magadia has it, gets across to Owens. Owens looking to get something, getting double teamed down the court by Nurmi. That was some aggressive hands by Talapu. But she has fouls to give. It's still early.
That's a good way to look at it, I suppose.
Oh, the timeout was called before the foul, so Talapu will actually not be charged with a foul.
Oh.
Tacoma's coach called that foul because a little bit afraid of the poise of that ball handler and trying to get that ball across court and to really get out of that double team.
Centralia's doing pretty good off the rebounds anyway this season so far.
Yeah, one thing that's pretty fantastic for Centralia this season so far is they average 10.1 steals a game. That is the 7th highest in all of the Northwestern Conference. That is an impressive number. And as you can tell, they've already gotten a couple steals today, looking to keep that trend up. As Campbell gets the ball, looking back to get across to Kawaka. Kawaka left to Magadia. Magadia back to the top to Campbell. They're going to try and get the ball in Campbell's hands because things just seem to happen when Campbell has it. That was a nice job by Christian coming out to the edge of that three-point line to really pick up Campbell. Here comes Nurmi to push it. Ends up getting a block call. Clean on with the hands, but too much body contact.
Tacoma coach is noticeably unpleased.
And here comes Nurmi to shoot the first of two. That shot seemed kind of flat, but it went in. That's what matters. All right, there's no substitutions coming in, so they're going to keep riding this group out. There was some good blocking out by Tacoma there, but they failed to go and get the ball once it had come off the backboard. That foul is going to be on 25, I believe, Christian? Oh, no, that was on 50. That was on Brown. That was on Tacoma. And a shooter out there for Nurmi. Decided she didn't like the shot. Gives it to Talapu at the top. All the way left to Kai, who ends up losing it. And goes all the way across to Nurmi. Nurmi looks inside to Christian. Christian down to Wilkerson. That high-low action we were talking about that Centralia is really looking for. And there is that soft touch by Kai. She just has the softest touch off the glass and on those little floaters.
Yeah, soft hands, just an easy. Oh, wow.
And Owens gets called for the travel after an aggressive half-court trap. That's one place you do not want to bring the ball when trying to break a press. It's actually, my coach called it the death corner, because you can't go back across half court and you're trapped at the sideline. So it's like you're being guarded by 4 people. And so Tacoma's really got to stay out of there. That's the second time they've ended up in that corner.
Yeah, that is a dangerous trap.
Talapu has in the corner. Ends up being short as Owens brings it up the court. And Talapu gets called for a block, impeding the direction of Owens too much. All right, Campbell will throw the ball in. She ends up getting it right away to Wicker. That was a heads-up play by Campbell to get her that ball, but ended up slipping between her hands, and then it looked like Wicker tried to throw it off the feet of a Centralia player, but it ended up going all the way through to out of bounds. All right, here's Christian inbound the ball to Nurmi. All right, all the way across to Kai. Kai looks down to Christian. Back up to Nurmi. Nurmi across to Talapu. Talapu back to Nurmi. Nurmi to Kai. Kai looking inside. They're really trying to force to get this inside. That's the bread and butter of their offense, is getting it inside and then working inside out. Christian sets a screen, rolls. Nurmi gets to a little late. To the corner to Talapu. There's 1 second left on the shot clock. They touch it. Kai gets the offensive rebound. Back out to Nurmi. And Coach Sells says, don't take a quick shot, but let's get another thing of offense going here.
Yeah, way to reset the clock.
Another rebound by Centralia to Christian. Christian goes up and ends up drawing the foul.
Centralia is 7th overall in free throw percent this year, so they are very dangerous on the line.
Piper Kai, if you look at her now, she isn't the tallest person, but she plays as if she's 6'4" down there in the paint. She is in the top 30 for rebounds a game, locking in at 8 even per game. And that's just impressive considering she is typically undersized. Now, of course, that hasn't affected her play.
No.
But it's just an interesting.
She just sort of glides, doesn't she? Yeah.
Wicker inbounds to Kawaka. Kawaka goes across the middle of the court. Owens has the ball now on the left side. As Owens is trying to get across half court, does with 2 seconds to spare, because there is that 10-second line as Owens hits that 3. That's good for Tacoma, making the score 17-7.
Yeah, they needed a little life there.
All right, Nurmi goes to Talapu in the corner. Talapu gets it inside to Christian. Christian drop steps around Brown. Ends up in Kai's hands, who can't quite drop that 3. As Owens bring the ball up the court, takes it left to Magadia. Magadia across to Kawaka. Back to Magadia. Magadia to Owens. Owens looking inside, trying to get it to Wicker. Can't quite get it there. Kawaka is taking it right, ends up getting it to Magadia, who takes it all the way, but ends up getting blocked. And then Talapu saves it as Nurmi brings it up the court to Kai, who changes directions quickly.
Down to a minute 15 now, this first quarter.
As Nurmi has the ball, trying to get it inside to Christian. It wasn't a very aggressive dive by Elwood, but it'll work. Yeah. And another 3.
They are just landing the threes.
52 seconds left in this first quarter as Piper Kai gets that steal. Gets a nice touch pass to Nurmi. And Talapu takes it inside, gets a wide open lane, and can't finish. End up calling that one out of bounds. And Yenny and 22.
Snaza are coming back
Snaza checks in, yeah. As Piper Kai and Nurmi take a break for the last 37 seconds of this quarter. Talapu to throw it in. Gets it into Snazza. Snazza gets it back to Talapu. Back to Snazza. Gets it to Yenny at the top of the key. Yenny left to Talapu. They're trying to find the ball to get inside. They want to work it inside. So they're looking for Christian. There she is.
That was a pass. Wow.
As Snazza ends up colliding with the official. Somebody from Tacoma needs to throw the ball in. All right, here comes Talapu playing some aggressive defense on Owens. That was a good heads-up play, and that was an unnecessary foul by Talapu.
Yeah, that just kind of bulldozed her down there.
And Conley's checking in for Centralia as Talapu goes to take a seat.
Yeah, that's her second foul with only 18 seconds left in the first quarter, so that's probably not a bad idea.
A nice little trash throw to Brown as she makes that lay-in. Gets it across to Snazza. Snazza back up to the top to Yenny. Yenny is trying to flick it inside, but Snazza shoots it. Ends up going long as Owens gets to Brown. Brown up to Kawaka, and they don't get a shot off before the end of the first period. Our score right now is 20-9 as that comes to a close.
4 fouls apiece thus far.
And Campbell really has been a non-factor in this first quarter. I don't think she took a shot.
I'm not sure she got the opportunity. Yeah, she's a pretty good ball handler, but she's trying to set other team members up down there, as I think she's being constantly double covered. I think Centralia is well aware of who the most dangerous member of the Tacoma team is at this point, and they're trying to isolate her as much as possible.
A nice unsung hero for Tacoma is Brown. Brown converts on 43.3% of her shots, so she is steady and reliable. And as you can tell, she has made, I think, every shot she's put up. I think it's only been 2, but that's 4 points for Tacoma. And so that is a definite thing to keep looking out for as Campbell is being isolated and shut down. They're looking for Brown and that steady post there to really be worked through in this second quarter.
Absolutely. They need somebody, they got to get the ball. They got to mix it up a little bit because they're relying on just that one shooter. That's not going to get them very far.
All right, and Tacoma will get the ball to start the next period as Campbell throws it into Magadia. Back to Campbell. Magadia ends up going back to Campbell, just back and forth. They really need to switch which side of the court they're going to.
Centralia with another great steal.
As Yenny has the ball at the top, gets to Nurmi. Nurmi to Snazza, to Conley, who gets it up to Yenny at the top. Some nice ball movement by Centralia. Gets to Conley. Conley looks inside to Nurmi, but decides doesn't want to give it there. There's only 8 seconds left. And it doesn't matter because that's a nice steal by Magadia, who gets it across to Campbell.
And they just pass it back and forth again.
Ball movement has been an issue for Tacoma so far. They improved on this in this one, but would you look at that? See, Magadia just needs to go right away to Kawaka to get Centralia's defense moving. The more a defense moves, the more likely they are to make a mistake.
All right. Oh, there's Brown.
And there's Brown, and she converts again. I expect that's something we're going to keep seeing as this game moves forward.
I think so, too. She's carrying the water for her team at this point.
Nurmi gets the snaz in the corner. Back to Nurmi. Nurmi looks inside. Doesn't like what she sees.
Looks like Yenny's trying to direct traffic.
Yenny drives left, kicks it to Nurmi, giving her a wide open shot. Ends up being an in and out. As Campbell gets the ball and kicks it to Kawaka, who takes a nice little jumper from about 15 feet. And we got ourselves a jump ball. Nice effort by both Whitker and Nurmi. It's going to be Centralia's ball, and Piper Kai checks back in as Conley goes to take a seat.
There it'll be Nurmi. Back to Yenny. Back to Kai. Back to Nurmi. And Yenny still at the top. Back to Kai. Back to Nurmi. Back to Yenny, and she'll shoot straight on. And oh, that was close. still relying on that three-pointer. Okay, and now we are back to Campbell on the other side of the court. Back to
Number 12, who's Magadia.
Magadia. There we go, sorry. And to Brown, straight up in the middle. She'll get her own rebound, and she gets it on the second try.
Brown definitely becoming a cornerstone for this game.
Yeah, she is. She's hard to cover, too. She's got some very long arms.
All right, Nermy's got the ball at the top. Gets it to Snazza, who gets it to Kai on the move. Kai puts a nice little jumper up, but can't quite get it for about 8 feet out.
And Elwood draws a foul.
That foul's on Brown. That's a nice arcing free throw by Elwood. Wicker comes out as Owen comes in the game.
Centralia doesn't have anybody back on their side of the court to run defense. Very confident in their shooting, and for good reason.
And that's Magadia who takes up to the left. Got to be careful of getting in that corner.
Yeah, that's Nermy and Yenny, the two.
Takes a save me heap.
Two best defenders on Centralia team, and then when they double team, they're likely to steal that ball.
Campbell throws it into Magadia. A risky toss to Campbell. He got it called out of bounds on Tacoma. Gonna be Centralia's ball.
That was very close to turning into a rugby match. Well, we have 7 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter, or the first half, we could say. Blazers are leading 22 to Tacoma's 13. Only one foul in this quarter, and that is for Tacoma at this point.
Now that timeout was taken by Tacoma as a 30-second timeout. This is a nice crowd for a Saturday night game.
It really is. Yeah.
Not as big as we'd hope, but pretty
Yeah.
good for having people to come out here on their own Saturdays. Yenny's going to throw the ball in for Centralia.
And to Nermy, the two most dangerous on Centralia, I think.
Wicker checks back in for Tacoma, waiting for that opportunity to snub in. As Snazza gets the ball, gets back to Nermy. Looks like they're going to go for round one, trying to get it in there to number 20, who is Kleemeyer, who is actually a really good three-point shooter. It's interesting they have her in at the post. There's only 7 seconds left, so they got to make something of it. And you got 3 in the key on Kleemeyer. So that's going to be a foul on Centralia because a post player cannot sit inside the key for more than 3 seconds. It's an unfair advantage to the offense. All right, as Campbell brings up the court, that was a nice job by Tacoma getting her out of that press right there. As Magadia gets it, goes back to Campbell. Tacoma needs to work on that ball movement.
Yeah, it's become a little too predictable almost. I think Centralia's able to pick up on that.
And with the way the score stands right now, it's not working.
No.
All right, here comes Campbell to throw it in. Ends up slipping it to Brown. Fantastic. Oh, and Brown gets that. Oh, nice. That was a great job by Brown getting that rebound and not getting an over the back call. And that's going to go to Tacoma as Campbell goes to throw it in. Can't do the same play twice. They're running the exact same. That time, go with the option to Owens, who then throws it Magadia, gets it back to Campbell in the corner, who then gets one right in that area between the backboard and the rim. As Nermy gets it. Nermy across to Yenny. Drives right, Kai drives right baseline. Puts a little floater up, but ends up getting blocked. As Kleemeyer rips the ball out, another jump is called. A lot of jump balls here.
Yeah, there's been a lot of tussling over it.
Nermy to throw the ball in. Goes to Yenny in the corner. A little bit of a shooter out to Nermy. And she converts from that deep right corner. And that timeout is called by Centralia, a 30-second timeout.
Well, it is a 12-point lead, and I think most of that is from three-point shots.
Oh, easily. Easily. That's what, their fifth three? That's 15 points off threes.
Yeah, not to mention the first, 3 or 4?
Yeah, their first 9 points on the board, or was it the first
12?
12? The first
points.
12 were three-pointers. That's just, man, you don't see that very often.
No, that's good for this level, definitely. Very impressive.
Campbell's going to throw it in for Tacoma, and Centralia is still putting pressure on before half court. Tacoma has struggled with this so far. That time they break through smoothly. As they get it across to Campbell, who looks inside, doesn't like it, ends up going in the corner to Owens. Owens drives baseline, gets a well-called block. As Owens is going to shoot 2 free throws. Snaps are getting in noticeably more playing time this quarter than the last.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice free throw by Owens.
Yeah, they need to capitalize on all the chances of points they get this quarter. They don't want to go into the second half trailing by more than 10 points.
And again, Brown and Wicker are back for Tacoma, just in case there's that quick transition. And Nurmi brings it up, ends up driving straight inside to probe the zone, gets out to Christian, ends up to Kai in the left corner, who doesn't hit that three. And now Magadia has it, ends up going across the court to Campbell. Campbell ends up losing the ball, gets poked out by Nurmi, I believe. And now Nurmi pushing the tempo here. And nobody goes out to guard Nurmi, so she gets a wide open look. That was a nice rebound by Christian.
Good effort both ways. I mean, both teams are turning on the gas here.
That's on blue 4. That's going to be Brown. Brown has to take a seat because she has 3 fouls, and there's still 5 minutes left in the first half. That is not a good sign for Tacoma, as Brown has been steady.
Yeah, she's been doing most of the work here this evening so far.
And here comes Yenny across, doing a little bit of a dribble exchange, trying to wait for one of the people to come out so they can get the ball inside. Back to Yenny. Yenny takes it left, gets it to Kai. Kai takes it back to the center, kicks it back out to Yenny, who shoots and hits that 3. And Coach Sells calls for pressure right off the bat. But Tacoma does a good job getting the ball up the court quickly. Some nice handles by Campbell there. As the ball is taken out of bounds by Kleemeyer.
Tacoma's had lots of chances, even on Centralia's side of the court, even when throwing in the ball. They can't seem to connect. Their passing has just not been up to par yet.
Yeah, a pass like that, that's a great hit by Campbell.
Yeah, I agree.
The pass to that shot, though, that was a little bit nerve-wracking. They're light, they're soft. They have a lot of air time. That's not good with the quickness and the speed that Centralia has at the top of the key. And Nurmi takes it baseline, kicks it across to Kai, gets it to Yenny, back to Kai.
Man, they pass quick, don't they?
Indeed. Gets it to Christian. Christian back to Nurmi. They don't even go out to Nurmi, so she hits her own 3. And Sells again calls for pressure. As Magadia gets up court to Owens. Owens sizing up Kleemeyer. Can't quite take it as they get it across the court. Oh, over the head of Kawaka.
You think that 3-point stat's going to go up after this game for Centralia at all?
At the rate they're going right now, but it's only halftime.
True.
It's not even halftime yet. Things can change very quickly. As Christian gets it inside to Kleemeyer, but ends up getting it tipped by Owens and Wicker. That ball ends up being called as Tacoma's. As Owens is going to inbound the ball. Inbounds it to Magadia. Takes it left at the center of the court, gets it to Owens. Owens having some issue with the trap. It looks like she might have taken one too many steps, but that is not the call that happens. It is a block. Fantastic Euro step by Owens. Owens, she's been to the free throw line several times this first half. And Kleemeyer is going to go to the bench as Wilkerson checks in for Centralia. Nurmi goes left to Kai at the left wing, back up to the top of the key, to the right wing. Yenny goes back to the top of the key. A lot of ball movement here by Centralia. The more a defense moves, the more likely they're to miss an assignment or not, or forget what they're supposed to be doing as a jump ball is called. That jump ball had a weird ending. They all happened to rise at the exact same time, like they were bringing something up out of a box.
I'm still waiting for you to explain it to me because I'm not sure what happened.
All right, Campbell has the ball, takes it across half court. Picks up the ball in a dangerous area, but it looks like the pressure's been called off a little bit for Centralia as Campbell puts up a nice-looking shot, drains that three.
I can't imagine why they'd call off the pressure. It has been working so well.
Gets to the left to right to Yenny, goes all the way left to Kai. Kai looking inside, doesn't like what she sees as the zone by Tacoma is kind of stagnant, doesn't move a whole lot. And there is Nurmi's shot in and out as Owens gets that rebound. Nice job by Owens. Owens kicks it up to Magadia, gets it inside to Wicker, ends up getting tipped, and now a foul has been called.
Well, before the foul, that was certainly another errant pass by Tacoma inside. They can't afford to keep making those.
Christian inbounds to Nurmi. Goes all the way to Kai. Kai across to Nurmi. Nurmi inside to Christian. She looks for a call but doesn't get it. I agree with the official on that one. Even though my opinion doesn't matter.
Of course. Well, it's a good thing he can't hear us.
All right, that was a nice steal by Kawaka as Campbell gets it to Magadia. They have 4 wide and Wicker inside, trying to...
Looks like Campbell's looking to shoot, but she just can't get.
Even there was 2 white jerseys in her face. As Kawaka takes it right, all the way to Magadia. Owens takes her own 3. High arcing.
What a nice shot.
Nice hit. A minute 30 left in this second quarter. Yenny has the ball, back to Nurmi at the top. Gets it back to Yenny. Yenny drives with a left. Does a nice little left floater off the glass. That's an
excellent time shot. Excellent. What do you call that? Is that
I'm not sure because it looked like it was going to be a floater, but then bounced off the glass. So I'm not quite sure what you classify that as. A floater bank shot. That's what we're going to call it.
All right, we'll call it a Yenny shot for now. It's effective. Oh, there's Campbell.
Nice quick feet by Campbell. Caught the ball, ready to shoot, put it up.
And she's cut that lead now into only 5 points for Centralia, although we are in less than 46 seconds.
Oh, nice back cut by Yenny. Gets back out to Nurmi, decides not to take that shot. Shot clock at 15 seconds. Yenny drives with the left, kicks out to Kai. Kai shoots a 3 and gets it.
It's the lead back to 8. Campbell will bring it out. 26 seconds left on the clock.
Shot clock is non-factor at this point. Gives it to Kawaka, all the way to Campbell. Campbell trying to look inside. Gets it to the top to Magadia, gets it to Kawaka.
They need a shot here soon.
You want to take a shot usually at the end of the quarter with about 6 seconds left. Not enough time for the other team to go down the other side and score, but still gives you enough time to get an offensive rebound.
But you don't want it to get stolen.
Indeed. 1.4 seconds left. That's enough time for a catch and shoot, a catch and 1 dribble, maybe 2, catch and a pass. That's all you got. Kicks it across to Owens. Owens puts down 1 dribble, puts it up. Can't quite get it to go in. That concludes the first half. Blazers 36, Tacoma Lady Titans 28.
That was an exciting first half.
It was. It was. That was a great comeback. Nice run there at the end of the quarter to really put this game back in reach. As you said earlier in the game, that if Tacoma wants to stay competitive, they need to get within 10. And here they are within 10 points at the
Yeah,
end of the half.
it's very surprising. They came back within 5 even right before Centralia made another shot. Yeah, they're definitely still in this game. This is by no means a blowout. And the second half, we can hardly wait to see how that goes.
In the second half, Brown is going to be coming back in the game, I believe. She'll probably sit the first couple minutes of the third, but then she's going to come back in, and that's going to be a nice boost for Tacoma.
Yeah.
And so that is that's going to be something to pay attention to as we move forward. And the Titans actually come in this game with Wicker and Owens ranking in the top 25 in the Northwestern Conference for rebounds. Wicker averaging 8 per game, and Owens averaging 7.7. So Brown will come back into that second half with she leaves the game with 2 or 3 fouls. We're going to find out right here in a second. We just got our official stats.
I thought it was 3, but yeah, we'll be for sure here.
All right, and Tacoma, Owens finishes with 10, and for that first half, and Campbell also finishes with 10. So Owens and Campbell sharing that scoring duty, as Brown had 6 early, but ended up sitting most of that second quarter. And Nurmi finishes that half with 16, with Piper Kai with 8, and Yenny with 8. And Christian has 2 points coming off the bench. Tacoma has only played 1 player off their bench. The rest of them playing the entire game, playing only 6 players, as Centralia has played their 5 plus an additional 5, 10 players total for that first half. Free throws have been a non-factor so far, considering there just hasn't been enough of them. But in regards to percentage-wise, Tacoma has made 6 for 8, while Centralia has made 5 for 6. Centralia usually pretty high up there in percentage with free throws, and Tacoma as well, usually above 50%. Tacoma is actually winning the rebounding war here today. Tacoma notching 16 for that first half, while Centralia only has 15. The steals, like I mentioned before the game, Centralia averaging 10.1 per game. They got 4 that first half, so you can expect them to still stay aggressive this next half, looking to get those steals and those quick turnover points, steals that lead directly to points. That's really what they like to do.
Yeah, being able to capitalize on is, of course, important.
All right, and do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, not at this time. Maybe right when we come back.
All right, we'll see you in a bit when we come back in to give what we're looking forward to for the second half. Welcome back to Wheeler Court and Michael Smith Gymnasium for the Centralia College Lady Blazers and the Tacoma Community College Lady Titans. So our stats here, we're not 100% sure how accurate they are. We found some discrepancies, but we're going to give you, to the best of our knowledge, what we think is accurate numbers-wise. So Tacoma actually shooting really well from beyond the arc, as they're hitting 57.1% of their threes they've shot. They've been 4 for 7 today. So maybe the second half you're going to see them take more of those threes, really branch out from what they've been doing before, try and get some open looks. Centralia, we think that they're going to keep this press up, especially with how close the game has come here. They're going to keep being aggressive, keep trying to play those passing lanes, and really force those turnovers. As the last half, Tacoma finished that half with 10 turnovers and Centralia with just 8. So that's going to be interesting to see how that turns out here in this next half. Tacoma really needs to work on their ball movement. It's been kind of stagnant, a lot of standing around on offense. So as soon as they improve their passing, swinging the ball from one side of the court to the other, that'll definitely help Tacoma as we move forward. All right. And Talapu's going to throw the ball in to Nurmi. And again, we see that 3-2 zone that Tacoma's been playing all game. Nurmi to Yeni. You're probably going to see Centralia trying to prod this zone, trying to get the two people to cover one person so they can kick the ball out and try and score. Talapu called for the ball, ended up getting tipped over there, but Centralia gets the ball back. There is 7 seconds left on that shot clock as Kai hits a long 2.
And I think this half has started the same way as the last one did. Going for those threes.
Magadia throws it all the way across to Owens, who looks inside to Wicker. That was a nice heads-up play by Owens, although Wicker could not get control of the ball as it flies out of bounds.
And Nurmi will bring it past half court. And off to Talupa. And to Yeni. Back to Nurmi. Back to the corner. And back to Nurmi, who's going to shoot for 3, and she makes it.
Fun little tidbit of information for you. Oh, not quite yet. Yeni ends up stealing a ball and then throwing it off of Tacoma, giving the possession back to Centralia. At least I believe that's what happened. I was looking down.
Yeah, it happened so quick. I missed it too. That is what happened, I believe. What a way to put the pressure on right after a three-pointer.
Nurmi gets to Yeni on the outside. Back to Nurmi. Nurmi goes inside to Elwood as she just turns and shoots. It doesn't quite get it as Owens gets the rebound. Gets called for a travel. That is...
Owens is very displeased with that call. Ball hasn't seen the other half of the court yet.
I know a rule of thumb for the officials. If it looks awkward, it's awkward. Call it travel. And it did look awkward. As Yeni has the ball at the top of the court. Gets to Lapu, back to Nurmi. Nurmi directs Yeni back across the court. They're going to try and move the ball around here and then try and get inside to Elwood. To Talapu in the left wing. Goes all the way back to Nurmi across the right wing. As Elwood sits down inside as she turns and shoots and gets that one.
Brown was posted up there as a pretty good defense.
As Campbell has the ball, kicks it across to Magadia. There's that 3 I was talking about. They need to shoot more. And that puts them at 5 for 8. That fun tidbit of information is our official stats has Lindsay Nurmi shooting 11 threes in that first half. We're not sure how accurate that is. You can be the judge of that. Did you think that they shot, that Nurmi by herself shot 11 threes? I'm just curious.
I did not. I did not. I think she shot several of them and did very well, but I don't think she came away with 26 points by herself. Oh, wow. Good save, but too bad it went to the other team. Good effort, and that'll end up capitalizing for Centralia.
You really have to consider for Tacoma should have Magadia just let that ball go out of bounds instead of trying to save it, or should she had the ability to depend on her teammates to be behind her even after her own mistake?
That's a good point. I think she should have been able to rely on somebody. But
nice strong go up for Wicker as she's going to go to the line for 2. She missed her first 2 free throws, so we're hoping that she improves those stats.
Definitely. Tacoma needs the help right now. They've fallen back to 14-point deficit.
Which is sad because they had a fantastic run to end that last half.
Yes, they really did.
Misses the first of 2 off to the right. And again, Tacoma has 3 players back. Only Campbell in there going for that offensive rebound. Tacoma's really just saying, you're not going to score in transition on us. That's not going to happen.
Well, they're trying to put a stop to something, but, oh, man.
That was a great move by Talapu to keep her head up and see Elwood inside there.
Yes, it was. And
Very
look,
nice, easy lane.
Centralia's right back on the press, making them earn every inch of that court.
Tacoma needs to get some sideways ball movement and find Brown inside. See, that was some good ball movement. Now they got to reverse it back. There we go. Inside to Wicker, back out to Campbell. Campbell shoots a 3. That one's a little bit long.
And Talapu will take it back to Nurmi. The top of the key. She'll check out the defense and hand off to Yenny, who will go up for a shot, and it will be turned over.
That was not a good shot to take for Centralia. That was rushed, and there wasn't a high probability of that going in. Magadia has it, goes left corner to Owens. Owens skips across to Campbell, who shoots her own 3. Nice rebound by Wicker as she gets that foul, getting the and 1. She'll be shooting 1 at the line. It's a lazy foul by Talapu. You can see on her face that she knows it was a lazy foul, and here she goes.
Being her 3rd, yeah, it's best to bring her out before it gets carried away. Let's see if she can capitalize on this free throw.
A high arcing free throw off the back.
And Yenny on the recovery to Nurmi.
Wicker is 0 for 5.
Yeah, that is going to hurt him, I think, later on.
I feel like Elwood could have taken a little bit more time there to set herself up for a much more efficient shot. Oh, nice job by Brown finding Wicker inside as Wicker goes to the line again.
It's good that she's drawing fouls, but she's not able to capitalize on them.
It's the opportunity that matters.
Well, when you're down by 14, you need to capitalize on them a little more. Let's see if she can bring it back here in the second half.
And again, Campbell is the only one
in
there.
Yeah, I think Tacoma has realized the speed Centralia has, and that's forced them to put 3 people back, just waiting to be on defense.
Lane violation, she's going to get another shot. Lane violation was on Christian. When I was a player, I always wanted to see if I could draw off the defenders to see if I could get them to go over the line by doing this ridiculous free throw routine. Never worked.
I've never did, huh?
But it was always fun to try.
A little hesitation there, and yeah, pull it out.
Pump fake your own free throw.
And there's Yenny and Nurmi. Nurmi at the top. Charge in, back to Yenny.
Nice touch by Yenny. Splitting 2 defenders.
And look,
nice little off the glass.
And Yenny and Nurmi right back on the push.
As Magadia brings the ball up court, gets across to Owens, ends up drawing a foul.
That is aggressive defense. That's as aggressive as it gets.
And of course, with playing aggressive, there's always fouls to go along with it.
There are, but I think they'd rather take them at this point.
That's only Yenny's 2nd, so no worries there in regards to foul trouble. As Magadia has the ball at the top. goes left, kicks it to Owens. Owens looked like she was going to shoot there. Ends up going inside to Brown. Gets called for a travel.
She ran over Kai.
So there was definitely a travel before, possibly a player control foul. It all depended on the location of where Kai was. If she was inside that U underneath the hoop, there is no player control foul. So we'll see how that one turns out. As Christian inbound to Nurmi. Nurmi brings up the court. Kai in the left corner, Yenny in the right corner. Christian's playing on the perimeter, which is unusual. She's usually inside. And Kai hits that one for 3.
And right back to the press. They won't even let them get it out of their own side of the court.
Across the court to Owens. Owens back across to Kawaka. Kawaka back to Campbell. A nice open shot. That's exactly the kind of shot you want to take. Coach Sells knows that and reacted as so.
Yeah, another trade threes. And
nice move by Christian. And the pressure continues.
Now it's Kai, Nurmi, and Yenny on the press.
Goes across to Magadia. Magadia takes it down to the right corner, my bad. Owens, although Yenny's not called for a block there. Campbell across to Magadia. Magadia trying to decide where to go. Ends up going back to her left to Campbell. Campbell, there's 8 seconds left in that shot clock. Somebody's got to take a shot here. It just depends which one they're going to take. Across to Campbell. That was a nice play. A nice rebound by Magadia, because that ball did touch the rim before the shot clock went off. And now we have a foul. And that's going to be on 12, Magadia. That's her 3rd personal. As I'm looking at the bench for Tacoma, it looks like they only have 3 bench players in total, which would explain why only 1 player for the bench has come in. That was a close one there. That could have been called a travel. But it looks like the refs decide not so. As Owens has the ball, kicks it across to Magadia, all the way to Kawaka. A nice open look. Can't quite convert. Nice rebound by Owens. And again, Owens is in the top 25 for rebounds in a game, as Yenny does a nice left-handed finish on the right side of the basket. Classic lefty.
And look, every time she scores, she just turns right around back on defense.
Magadia goes back to Campbell. Campbell goes left to Magadia. And Owens goes to Kawaka. Kawaka right to Campbell. Campbell decides to take her shot, and it looked like it was going to drop.
We are Nurmi into, and it.
Nice steal by Owens. Oh, and a steal right back by Elwood. Oh, my goodness.
And now Nurmi directing traffic, waiting for people to get in position. Centralia has the ball. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left on the clock for this quarter. Score 56, Centralia 38, Tacoma.
Nice tip by Wicker there to get Magadia in the place to make that steal. As Kawaka hits it to Owens. Owens putting up a 3, hits that one. I feel like in order to get back in this game, they need to keep shooting that shot, because
they do. That just brought it back right there to 15 points. They need a couple more of those.
But again, like we were saying earlier, for Centralia, if they keep shooting that shot, this lead could get even bigger if they don't convert.
That's true. That's true. That's the nature of the beast.
That was a great move. Nice heads-up play by Campbell looking up the court, and Owens doing a great job finishing and changing direction to get around that defender.
Yes, definitely.
That's a 30-second timeout called by Centralia.
Well, I would say the ball handling has improved slightly for Tacoma up to this point. They're passing a little more accurately, and I think they're holding on to it a little longer when they get in onto the other guy's side. But they're still just they're not delivering with enough shots. I think they need to take a couple more risks, because the deficit is still over 10 points right now, and they need to close that up a little bit. What are your thoughts?
I agree. Tacoma's playing it safe, which is unusual, or at least it seems like it, because they're not getting as many shots as you would hope when you're down by this much. They need to increase the opportunities, maybe set some screens on the end of that zone and skip it across, so that way there'll be a wide open person in the corner. Owen's been 2 for 2 from that corner shot, so maybe try and get that shot some more in this under these 2 minutes left in this third period.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Nurmi goes across to Christian. Christian right to Yenny. Yenny takes it all the way back up to the top of the key as Nurmi goes right back, kicks it across to Snazza, who checked into the game during that timeout. And back to Nurmi. They're trying to look inside to Wilkerson, who also checked in during that timeout. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. That was kind of a Hail Mary throw. 3 seconds left, ends up being out of bounds on Yenny.
It's a good effort.
Some solid defense played by Tacoma there to get themselves the ball back. Now here comes Magadia up the court. Ends up going left to Kawaka. She was looking inside to Wicker, but there was some nice help defense there by Snazza, so a nice choice.
Wow.
Not so much of a good decision there to go all the way across the court with Yenny, the hyper-aggressive defender there, playing those passing lanes.
That was a great steal. I mean, she just basketed that catch.
Campbell to Magadia. Magadia to Kawaka. Back to Campbell. Back to Kawaka. You don't want to have those constant back and forth.
Because that's when they pick up on them and then they get tipped like that. Yep. Becoming just a little too predictable.
This offense is staying heavy on one side of the court, and that needs to change if there's to be a difference in this game. Kawaka trying to look inside to Wicker as Wicker is constantly fighting for post position. With 5 seconds left here to Brown. Oh, that pass was almost a fantastic move, but ends up being off the foot of Christian, it looks like.
33.5 seconds left in this quarter. Score is 58 Blazers, 43 Lady Titans.
That was a kick ball, but they only restored the shot clock to 15 seconds instead of the full 30. As Snazza gets that rebound. Gets to Nurmi. Nurmi all the way to the left to Snazza. Back inside out. Go to Nurmi, back to Snazza. Snazza back to the top to Nurmi as there is 14 seconds left. It's obvious that Centralia is just trying to eat this clock away.
Yep.
Go for this last shot here, not giving them a chance.
Oh.
And she's, oh man.
I'm starting to believe those numbers about Nurmi now. It's possible. She's caught up to her statistics, I think, there.
Yeah, I think now she's taking 11 threes.
Wow.
But that was just a confidence move right there. Nurmi saw it and decided that it was hers to take.
Certainly did. And at 61-43, expanded that deficit to 18 points now. We only have 1 quarter left to play.
An 18-point deficit. At what point, probably going to regret saying this, but at what point with Tacoma having only put one of their bench players in, do you try and work in the other 2 you have on their bench, or at least the 2
I'm thinking that they're a little thin right now in their depth chart. I think that's possibly why you're seeing all the same people on the court. They might just not have enough reserves at the moment, or they could be some people that they don't want to put in during this game. I'm not sure what the exact reasoning is. But the coach does not seem to want to rotate very much. On the other hand, Centralia is rotating quite steadily to keep their primary players in. Yeah.
Another thing that this bench play, the lack of bench play for some Tacoma, is it's really taking a toll on the condition of Tacoma starters. They've got to be exhausted. Some of them have played the entire game, which at this level of play is not a good thing, unless you're in an insane shape, which they might be.
I noticed we haven't seen any of our Noble ShamWow guys this evening.
Yeah, what are those things they carry around, the ShamWow boys? What are those things they have?
Yeah, Shine Master, I think, in order to,
Yeah, I think they are called Shine Masters.
Haven't seen them yet. Oh, wow. Good recovery there. And now Nurmi has the ball.
Nurmi brings up the court, goes right to Yenny. I expect Centralia to use every single second of this shot clock.
I think we can expect that from the whole rest of the quarter, probably.
As it is the 4th.
Oh,
nice quick hands by Wicker as she tries to get the ball up court. Something quick to Campbell. Campbell finishing that last half with 10 points and adding several since. above her average of 16.1 per game.
Wow, yeah. She is definitely the prime shooter on their team, and once she's been able to open up a little bit, she's expanded that quite a bit. Unfortunately, she is usually double teamed as soon as she gets down near the key. Let's see what they plan on doing the rest of this quarter. What do you think the coach over in Centralia is talking about?
At this point in a game, you really want to make sure everything you're doing, if you're Centralia, is technically sound. You don't want to make the small, easy mistakes. Just because you have a lead doesn't mean you can't play the game of basketball well. You have to be able to keep playing. You have to pass well. You have to be in the right place at the right time. You're playing against the game, essentially. And if you keep playing against the game, your points will continue to go up, and you'll maintain that lead. So I imagine that is what Centralia's coach is doing. He's telling his players, we do what we do, and we need to do it even better. That's what we need to do.
So stay consistent, basically. Stay on topic there. And, well, they've been good thus far. Let's see if they can continue.
It looks to be Tacoma's ball after that timeout, as Campbell is going to inbound. Gives it to Magadia. Magadia drives left, gets it to Owens. Owens looks inside to Wicker, but can't quite get that one, as Campbell goes back to Owens. Owens inside to Brown. Brown dumps it to Wicker. Wicker gets that nice lay, and that's what they need to do right there. Get it inside of the high post, draw up that baseline defender, and then kick it behind him, and you'll get those points all day. And that's exactly what Coach Sells was telling his players. We can't play lazy defense. We have to continue doing well what we do well, and that was not it.
That's a good point. And if Tacoma can put that pressure on them and get it inside, they can bring this ball game back to a competitive level.
And it looks like Wilkerson has checked out, and I missed who just came in. I imagine it was Elwood, though, as Campbell has the ball. Gives it to Owens, and you see every time those guards get the ball, they're looking inside, trying to get to the high post. And there it is, a telegraph pass for Elwood, as she ends up sliding, and a foul is called. That foul is going to be on Owens.
Yeah, she couldn't catch her, so I think she kind of tried to push her down there. Otherwise, that was a basket.
All right, the corner to Snazza. Snazza with a high arcing three. Fantastic job.
Well, they don't get two, so they'll take three.
I imagine it's just been volume shooting for Centralia today. They've got an ample amount of chances, and I think that's the difference in this game is Tacoma just hasn't gotten as many chances to shoot the ball.
Well, I think they might have had the opportunity. They just have chosen not to. They keep wanting to work inside, and this passing game they're going on just goes on too long. I mean, like right there, there's nobody even open.
That foul's on Yenny. Not quite a smart, not quite a savvy play by Yenny, considering there was only 3 seconds left on the shot clock. So if she just let that one go, the shot clock most likely would have expired.
Most likely, but
and now that foul causes the shot clock to reset, and now Centralia has to play a whole nother 30 seconds on defense. Campbell has the ball, gets it to Magadia. Magadia inside to Wicker, but they have covered Brown well on the inside. Gets it back to Wicker. Wicker puts it up. Can't quite get that bucket. As Yenny's bringing the ball up the court, kicks it back to Nurmi. And Centralia has gone to a 4-round 1, meaning 4 people are along the perimeter as there's 1 person inside.
And they're still playing a very patient offense at this point. Well aware of their lead.
With just 7 seconds left in that shot clock, Yenny takes a deep 3. And a nice board by Elwood, it looked like, as Wicker gets the ball, kicks it across to Campbell. Campbell left to Magadia. Magadia looks inside and gets it to Brown. Brown takes it the whole way. Could have easily been called for a player control foul there, but neither is called. Block nor player control foul. She's got to be careful. Can't lower that shoulder. That's an easy call for an official if somebody hits the ground.
Yeah.
All right, as Conley takes it in, a nice drive and an and 1. Splits 2 defenders and ends up picking up that foul there at the end of that drive.
Way to keep her eye on the ball. Keep focused. All right, in comes Kai for Centralia.
Kawaka checks in for Tacoma as well, as Brown goes to the bench because that is her 4th. And Yenny goes to the bench for Centralia. Here comes Conley. Puts a nice high arcing free throw, hits the front of the rim, falls right into the hands of Whitaker.
We have 6 minutes and 15 seconds left, and there's a 21-point lead now with the Blazers at 66 and the Lady Titans at 45.
The Titans have struggled on the road, so you got to hope that they were going to try and get over that slump. That was a fantastic shot by Campbell. Got her feet set, took a nice quick release.
It's so
smooth.
Smooth, yeah. It's a lot like Kai's shot. They both have similar shooting, I think. Very soft hands, delicate sort of, very well balanced. They don't rush their shots.
Conley inside, trying to get the ball out to Kai. Kai to Nurmi. Nurmi at the top of the key, switches with Kai. As Snazza wants her own 3, and she gets it. Centralia bench excited about that one, considering Snazza doesn't usually get a large quantity of playing time.
No, and she's had 2 threes in a row now, so that's...
Owens back to Campbell. Campbell to the left to Magadia. Looking inside, doesn't like what she sees with Wicker. Campbell beats Elwood on her left. Kicks all the way across to Magadia.
Here's back with that passing.
5 seconds left, 4 seconds left. You got to get a shot off.
Oh.
Hit the rim, so that shot resets, but end up getting that rebound. That's not the shot Tacoma wanted to take, but it was a shot nonetheless, and that's better than a turnover.
That's true.
As Conley has the ball here at the top. Switches with Kai. Kai all the way to the left corner. Owen sniffs that out. Can't quite stay in bounds during that steal. And in comes number 20. Somebody who's not even listed on our roster here.
That is correct.
So she's a mystery lady. All right, and Talapu
Yeah.
trying to get inside to Kai. Kai again playing that high post area. Doesn't get the, she does not get the shot off in time. Leads to a shot clock violation. As Campbell's going to throw into Magadia. Take it to the side of the court instead of underneath the hoop. Magadia goes right to Campbell. Looks to go inside, goes across the 20. 20 back over the head of Magadia. That is not a good sign. She's probably just getting the jitters out, considering this is her first moments on the court here. I imagine she won't make a mistake like that again here this game. She's got it out of her system, a little bit flush now.
Sure, yeah. She didn't get a chance to warm up, maybe. Who knows? She's been on the bench a little too long. Just excited.
Yeah, and Tacoma took that timeout, and it's going to be a full timeout.
Well, there's no time like the present with only 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, Tacoma's going to have to go on a great run to bring themselves to this game again.
Yeah, they're going to really have to go on a campaign if they want to pick this back up. They're down by 21 points still.
And again, like I said, Coach Sells is probably going over the fact that we made some mistakes there. We shouldn't be making those. Throwing the ball out of bounds, for example, earlier. There was just a miscommunication on the pass. A lazy pass inside to the paint that got picked off. Just stuff like that. Coach Sells has got to be saying, we need to clean that up. And if we do that, we'll move forward.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to have a 21-point lead for comfort, but there's always things to work on, for sure.
Centralia's ball. Collins going to inbound. Going to inbound to Talapu. Talapu goes right to Conley. Conley hasn't taken a three this game. Kai inside, kicks it out to Snazza, who ends up going all the way around to Conley. There's the first three.
And here is our number 20 mystery lady for Tacoma.
Gives it to Owens. Owens kicks it across to Magadia. Back at top to Campbell. Campbell to Mystery Lady. Mystery Lady back to Magadia. To Campbell. There's 14 seconds left. Get called for some hands. Kleemeyer getting called on that one. Kleemeyer got told by her coach there that she needed to cheat baseline, which just means we don't want you to get beat baseline because you don't have any help on the baseline. And that one gets called as a illegal screen on Wicker. Her feet weren't set when she went to set that. And Wilkerson comes in for Kai as Kai goes to the bench. That makes Elwood, Nurmi, Kai, and Christian all on the bench. There's only one remaining starter on the court, and that's Conley.
You're right.
And that goes to Lapu, to Snazza. Snazza goes right to Conley. Conley across to Talapu. Owen sniffs it out again. She's been doing that most of the game. They really need to learn, or she's been doing a good job sniffing those passes out, as Conley's going to inbound the ball. Centralia trying to pick something up fast here. Gets it in bounds. Talapu. There is 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Somebody's got to do something here. Nice screen by Wilkerson. Kicks it to Conley. Conley puts it up off the rim. Nice rebound by Snazza. Back to Snazza again in the corner to Conley. Conley takes it up to the top of the key. Kleemeyer looking for it inside in the high post. Gets it. Turns and gets the foul, but does not get the bucket. And we just received that number 20 is actually Mei. So we'll be able to call her by her real name instead of the one we made up for her. As Kleemeyer sinks the first. Kleemeyer puts a nice looking free throw up. That goes in as Wicker gets it to Magadia. Magadia all the way to Campbell in the corner. Back to top to Magadia to Mei to Owens. Owens takes a three in the corner. That's been the shot she's liked all day, so you can't complain with that one. As Talapu has the ball, kicks it left to Snazza. Snazza inside to Kleemeyer. Kleemeyer takes it to the paint and draws a foul. I missed who that foul is going to be on. Looked like it was on Wicker. That's her fourth personal. Probably won't come to the bench there because there's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game.
Indeed, and a staggering 23-point lead at this point.
Kleemeyer hits that one as Wicker inbounds to Magadia. Magadia hits it to Mei. Mei back to Campbell. Campbell to Magadia. Across the court to the left wing to Campbell. Campbell picks up her dribble and then ends up going to the corner to Mei. I imagine Mei is going to want to take a shot here soon because why not? You're in the game, take advantage of it. As Owens takes that right corner shot. And there's Mei, and there's her shot, and it's off to the left. As Talapu has the ball, and we go under 2 minutes for this game. And Mei goes to the floor as Talapu shoots that. Out of bounds, it's going to be Centralia's ball. Talapu's going to throw it in. They end up trying to get it to Wilkerson as Owens knocks that out of bounds. Now they switch sides of the court. Talapu's going to do it again. I imagine they're going to run a very similar play as they kick it out to Kleemeyer. Kleemeyer does a nice spin move, puts it up, doesn't get the nice bounce off the glass as Mei gets the board, brings it up the court, slows down, almost travels, but doesn't quite. As Magadia has it in the right corner, shoots a floater, gets that one. As Tacoma's coach is calling for pressure, as Magadia is guarding Conley. Conley handling the ball well, as Talapu has it now against Owens. Owens a little bit faster with the hands. As Talapu goes left, gonna go all the way. Oh my goodness, that was a pass. That was That looked like an accident, but I guess it was on purpose. A nice lane by Conley to finish that.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll take that one. There you go.
To Mei. Mei has it. Goes back to Magadia. Nice job coming to get that ball.
We are under a minute now.
Kicks it across to Campbell. Campbell back to Magadia. Gives it to Mei. Mei to Owens. Owens decides not to take that shot. Has some great handles. Quite calm and in that situation. Has a nice inside out to Campbell, and of course she hits it. That is the shot you always want to get for your three-point shooters.
Yeah, it's just too bad we haven't seen more of that this evening. They've managed to keep her pretty well blocked.
As Conley gets out of trouble with Kleemeyer. Kleemeyer handing it off to Talapu.
With less than 30 seconds, I look for Centralia to milk the clock.
Inside to Wilkerson. Wilkerson gets blocked. And looks like Snazza is going to be called for the block while guarding Campbell. Low fouling game. We haven't even been in the bonus. As Magadia hits it to Mei, back to Magadia to the right wing for Campbell. Campbell skips it across to Owens. That was a basketball savvy move. When you get that backside defender closing in a long closeout, you want to beat the baseline. That's what you want to do as an offensive player there. So that was a good job by Owens drawing that foul on Kleemeyer. As there's 8 seconds left in the game, Mei has the ball at the top. Kick it to Campbell. Campbell goes right. There's only 1 second left. They got to shoot that ball. And it goes in for a last-second buzzer beater.
That'll make the final score 74 Blazers and 56 for Tacoma. Well, you're hearing the crowd. They're getting into it on a good Saturday night here. A solid 18-point lead for the Blazers. The Lady Blazers, that is. As the gentleman will be coming up here in a little bit.
And it looked like Tacoma couldn't quite get that same run they had that first half right there at the end when they brought that game within, what was it, 6?
8, I think, but yeah, they caught it real close there.
And so they just needed more play like that end of that first half there. A little bit more aggressive, more ball movement. I think Tacoma has potential. They just couldn't quite capitalize, as you said earlier, on their opportunities. And I think one thing that did affect them is they didn't have a very deep bench. So all they had was just Kawaka off the bench. And there at the end we had Mei, but that really does take a toll when your starters are playing the entire game.
Oh yeah, they're winded. I mean, that's just a lot of time, a lot of court time. You can't push those people too hard. Yeah.
And comparatively, as Centralia played every single player they had on their roster.
And the last half of the fourth quarter, they seemed to bench their starters, I think, giving them a break, knowing that they had a decent control of the game at that point.
Nonetheless, you still have to admire Tacoma's efforts at the end as their coach, even though he saw the point deficit, he still had them pressure at the end of the game as if it was a close game the whole time. So kudos to the interim manager, right, you have right now. It's
the interim head coach,
the interim head coach. Kudos to him for, in a sense, giving them the feel like we're still in this. We still got work to do. They still have work to do a little bit, but I know they're going to get better with this in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. And looking at these stats, like you mentioned, the starting line there. Look for Tacoma. Sean Brown at 25 minutes. Princess Magadia at 40 minutes. Jaslyn Owens at 35 minutes. Avery Campbell 37 minutes. And Sophie Wicker at 39 minutes. So, I mean, they're essentially playing almost the entire game with just their starters, and that is rough. You really got to give them credit for sticking it out. They didn't appear to be slowing down at all. They really did give it their all out here.
And as this game comes to a close, the leading score for Tacoma was, it looks like Owens. I'm just double checking. Nope, it was Campbell. Campbell with 19 points. Owen notched 15 of her own in that whole game. Brown ended up not scoring another point, so that makes my prediction wrong when I said Brown was going to be a bigger piece in that second half when she came back. But
they had to take her out for the fouls, I think. But yeah, she was still highly effective.
And so for Centralia, Lindsay Nermi and finishes with 22 points, with Piper Kai close behind with 13, and Caitlin Yenny with 14. As Christian and Snazza both added 6 points from the bench. You can't really ask for more. Almost every single person from Centralia's bench scored a point today. And that everything from the bench is always icing on the cake. So that is just fantastic there.
Absolutely. They, played a great game. And the 3 points, again, was the bread and butter here for Centralia. Lindsay Nermi with 7 out of 13, which is phenomenal. I mean, out of 14 of 30 for the entire team, she made half of those 3-point shots. Kai, they tried to shut Kai down a little bit. She only managed to make 3 of her 5, but was still very much a part of that point deficit near the end there.
Yeah, Centralia finishing with a 46.7 percentage of three-pointers made, and Tacoma finishing with a solid 50%, going 10 for 20 from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
So maybe they couldn't get the looks. They could knock them down. They just didn't have the chance. Well, also vice versa, I guess, correcting myself, that it might not just be the opportunities. It was the ones that Tacoma did take. They were the quality ones. So at least most of them. There was a couple there at the end where they seemed like forced shots. And
yeah, definitely.
those definitely do hurt the stat line. But in the end, I feel like Tacoma has a lot of potential. And I imagine the next time Centralia and Tacoma